We are now just 20 days away from the Bitcoin halving, and there are digital asset investors all over the globe that have pure excitement for what is to follow. Now, I want to talk about two blockchain companies that you've probably heard of, and that is Ripple and Stellar, that are working with more financial institutions than any other blockchain company in the space. Now, make no mistake, XRP and XLM are two digital assets that will get a ton of hype, a ton of attention throughout this year. I want to talk about what's to come, what to expect, and where I believe these two digital assets will end up in the long run. Guys, all I ever ask is if you do like talking XRP, XLM, digital assets, and more, you know what to do. Go ahead and drop an X in the comment section below. Smash that like button so we know, and share the content. Let others around the world know what is truly happening here in this digital revolution. Guys, we got a great show for you here today. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Sorry about the wind. It is windy here in San Diego, Southern California. Crazy this weather we've had, as it's been raining quite a bit here again today. But now I first want to start with this and say that they all know what it is and they know what it can do. They just won't say it because they don't want the public to know, but we know. Hashtag XRP, says Chad Steingraber. Listen to our good friend, and I say that obviously sarcastically, Gary Gensler, as he talks about cryptocurrencies.
It's widely associated with Ripple, but it's not only associated with Ripple. Is this simple chart? What if I move fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat? Is this called a bridge crypto or bridge currency?
How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't.
Larry Fink.
And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't. So, and when you think about
Larry
all the
Fink
people who
again.
send money, they may work in one country, send money back home. They generally do that through organizations that charge 5 to 10%. Yeah. There is a need, whether it's a Libra or something else, to democratize the exchange of foreign currencies.
And so, guys, they say it over and over. They're just not using the word Ripple or Stellar. And so when people take a look at XRP and XLM and think, well, it's not moving, guys, we know from history that it moves fast, it moves last, but it will move in a blink of an eye. So we have to be prepared for that. But what I will tell you, there are no other blockchain companies out there other than Ripple and Stellar that are this closely tied to the new financial system and the biggest players in it. Now, Dark Defender, when he says, despite the negativity, XRP is closing the 3-monthly candle in March by breaking a multi-year resistance. There is 1 week left to close this last candle. 1 week left, right? And above it, the initial targets will be $1.88 and $5.85. Enjoy your day. And we've taken a look at the charts, and they show and they indicate that we have a massive explosion coming. We don't know when it's going to be, but we are very confident that it is coming. There is no other chart in the business right now of cryptocurrency that looks like this, and we are seeing this wedge that is about to have a massive breakout. And so what's going to do that? Well, institutions, right? Institution money is on the horizon, make no mistake. And what I expect leading up to the Bitcoin halving the next 20 days or so is an extremely choppy, volatile market. We're going to see a lot of pops and a lot of dumps as well, I do believe. And then, of course, a sell-off right after the Bitcoin halving, buy the rumor, sell the news type event. But then based off historical charts, we know that there will be a solid run later on this year in the cycle. And now that we have institutions in a big way, it's going to run much, much harder than ever before. And now as we've gotten past the Bitcoin stages where everyone dumps their money into Bitcoin, what do you think these institutions are going to look at? And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about one key thing that's going to send both, in my personal opinion, that a lot of people are still sleeping on. Now, AMM on XRP day 3, Ripple advising everyone not to use it due to bugs. Top TVL total value locked at 1.5 million, currently around 500,000. Now, I don't want to beat the AMM up right now, because I know a lot of influencers are talking about it. You can find that content just about anywhere. I try to be a little bit more unique and talk about things that you're not hearing. But what I will say is I'm not currently getting in on the AMM right now. I'm going to wait till everything is smooth sailing. I am going to play with it in the future and try to earn passive income. Why wouldn't I on my XRP, put it to use? But at this point in time, I'm just kind of sitting back, watching how things are going and let it all play out. Now, accumulate. Let's not forget what Brad Garlinghouse said here.
From the get-go, Ripple has worked with regulators, and we have worked with regulated institutions like banks where there isn't regulatory uncertainty. And so we have found that part of the reason why XRP has performed well is because people realize, hey, wait a minute, back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin?
And I want to stop right there, because why it's performed well, unlike Solana, we've never failed. We've never had downtime. But listen again closely what he says right here.
XRP the next Bitcoin. Back to your question is,
Could it be the next Bitcoin?
XRP the next Bitcoin? If we work with the system to solve this problem, and we can solve that problem at scale, a problem measured in the trillions of dollars, then there's a lot of opportunity to create value in XRP.
Yeah, and so like I've said in the past, I'm old enough to remember all the FUD that we had for Bitcoin back in the day, and how people said, well, it never moves, and if it does move, it's a quick pop and then it comes on down. Well, that's kind of what we've seen here on the early days of XRP, and this is the early days because, look, yes, many of us have been in XRP for years, but we're talking about a full transformation, a digital revolution, financial transformation. Do you really think it's going to happen in days, months, or in a few years? It takes time, guys. But now we are finally in that bull run, and now we can finally look forward to some massive pumps. Now, another crypto analyst that I've talked about in the past, because he has made some pretty good calls, is Egg Crypto, saying that according to this analyst, we are entering the final phase before what he termed the official bull run announcement, quote unquote. He noted that the cryptocurrency is mirroring patterns observed in 2017. If you take a look at what happened in 2017, it was a massive run in just a few weeks, did several %. But when you take a look at the chart, he says the official bull run announcement is in progress. XRP is currently mirroring that cycle and entering finally the final stage. I do want to play this quick clip from Danielle Dixon, who we all know is the CEO of Stellar. Check it out.
When we were in the early days of the web, we always talked about, we never talked about HTML as being the thing. We talked about like the content being available to people. And so it was a different world in terms of how we broached the conversation. And we shot ourselves in the foot a bit here because we spend so much time on its blockchain, when in truth, it's just another rail. And if we think about it as another rail that we can leverage and that you can have the option to put on there in the things that are the easiest and simplest to do, for whatever use that you're leveraging, it's the best way to be able to achieve goodness for it.
Exactly. And so when we take a look at the rails, the system, who's creating the rails? Well, Stellar's one of them, as they've got 367,000 MoneyGram offices around the world. Stellar owns a good portion of MoneyGram. You could call them one in one, really. And so they are creating the rails, as all the retail out there is flooding and talking about price, why not moving? Well, we were calling XLM at 7 cents, guys. But if you got in at 7 cents, you've doubled your bag in a short amount of time. Now, all we need, guys, is one announcement to send this rocketing. XRP ETF and the front running begins. We saw what happened to Bitcoin, and that is Bitcoin, something that already has a massive market cap. I am so incredibly excited for an XRP ETF. I know some people out there don't think it is going to happen. I think all the evidence shows that it will 100% happen. All the big heads in the space, all the big financial institutions have said and noted that it's a matter of time. When we get that XRP ETF moving, we're going to see a lot of pops. But we're going to see pops before that, guys. If you want to sell your XRP, you want to sell your XLM, go ahead. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. But as we are in the final stages, as all the technical analysts are saying, I think it would be extremely unwise. Guys, I'm going to put my second channel where we talk about other altcoin opportunities in the market in a pinned link below, as well as our Telegram. We've got like-minded individuals that love to talk about XRP, XLM, other ISO compliant cryptocurrencies out there. I want to say thank you all so much for your support. Please don't forget to click that like button if you do support XRP, XLM content. Click on the notification bells. Of course, subscribe. We'll see y'all in the next one.